Welcome to Islandpreneur Live. I am in Focus Forward Media Studios right here on the beautiful island of St. Martin. If you don't know me, my name is Ife Badijan. I'm the founder of Islandpreneur International, where we power progress in paradise. I also happen to be one of St. Martin's AI ambassadors and also the founder of AI Islands. So, for that reason, I had the distinct pleasure of grabbing a very good friend of mine. I had to grab him because he's, all over in the best ways. He is a technologist, a futurist, a business mind, a financial mind, a dear friend, a father, a brother, a son. And he hails all the way from the beautiful island of St. Martin, but stationed in the Netherlands. He's also a podcaster from the sunny side of the kingdom. Please welcome, nonetheless, my good friend, John Sandiford. How are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you for having me. Thank you for showing me that we have some awesome stuff here on the Rock, man.
Yes, we do.
Big up to the guys behind the scenes.
Yes, Focus Forward, Alvin and John, always saying yes to my crazy ideas.
You need those people around you, right?
Yes.
You need those people around you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But to your point, the quality of what's happening in St. Martin in the content creation space is just increasing. And Focus Forward is definitely leading the charge in many different ways. So we're very happy and excited to be here with them.
Awesome.
And you having Antonio Media, I'm sure you were geeking out before.
Oh, yeah.
I saw you geeking out before we started. You're like, oh, you got real cameras.
You got real stuff here.
So, John, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. It's been an interesting year.
Yes? Tell us about it.
Ooh.
Give us a shortened version.
Yeah, the shortened version. So this year has had quite some changes. Well, one of the main changes at home is that at home in the Netherlands, then we recently moved into a nicer place, more space for the family.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But moving can be stressful.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Luckily, we did it during the summertime, so the weather was on our side.
Nice.
And we could definitely get to enjoy some of those nice relaxation moments because the sun also goes down pretty late. Otherwise, to that, business-wise, business has just been trucking on. Things have been going well in general, but you do see the signs that there's movement, there's changes. AI is definitely sneaking in and making some disruption slowly but surely. So we've also been preparing ourselves for adapting in the right way, in the right direction. Yeah.
Okay. So you started out already talking about AI. So I have to talk about AI. What are some of the things that you're seeing as a disruption in your space? First of all, give the audience a bit of Antonio Media and what you're doing from a business lens.
Yeah.
And then from there, what are some of the changes that you're seeing?
So with Antonio Media, we mainly specialize in user experience and user interface design. So we do mobile applications, web applications, websites. We do these from the UX point of view. It's a lot more strategic, research-based, really understanding the needs of users. So we do this for various clients, and one of our larger clients, we've been working on several projects for them for a couple of years now, and within their space, we see the first elements of the disruption taking place. So whereas myself and my staff that are consulting for these larger companies, we see that within the project teams themselves that are working on building applications, that they're starting to introduce AI into the mix. And we see that even some of the management is trying to understand in which elements you can interject AI to speed up the processes, to give those persons that are already great at their job the extra edge to make them even more efficient at their job. So those that aren't that great at their job, not that efficient, those might also be what's the word, like what you use in the kitchen when you you strain the sift.
Yeah.
They might fall out.
They're gonna fall out.
So it's definitely, you can see, like, I've been talking about this also for a while and been in the industry, so you know it's coming. But now that I'm actually seeing it, it's both interesting and scary simultaneously.
Yes, absolutely. And one of the points that you highlighted is something that I also emphasize whenever I'm doing workshops, and we have a few more coming out before the year is ended. But it's not, at this stage of AI, it's not so much AI that will replace jobs. It is the people that know how to use AI that will
100%.
replace those that don't.
Yeah.
And so one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about it and always promoting it, not that there aren't concerns, because they are, but those concerns are the same thing, like, you know, the concerns for a car when there were horses, and concerns for internet before there was internet, and concerns for social media. There's concerns. If you're going to have people, you're going to have people with good intentions, and you're going to have people with not so good intentions.
Indeed.
So definitely they are real concerns. However, if people don't embrace it, especially our island people, I think that we're going to get locked out of a wealth creation and transfer that we can never really catch up with.
100%. And the beauty about it, actually, so if I would jump over to the flip side of it, it presents an opportunity today that was absolutely positively not possible yesterday. And those that have like a high element of creativity, they actually have an advantage today. And if it's one thing that us Caribbean folks have,
that's right,
is creativity. We have that in abundance.
That's right.
If we could package and properly export that throughout the last decades, we definitely would have been on a whole other level. But this is the real opportunity that AI presents, is because just a one-man business can actually start operating like a 100-man business. But you would really have to dive into the details and figure out the niches and figure out the payments, which is a whole other topic. But I think we've also made quite some strides there from the conversations that we've been having over the past decade. So there's definitely opportunities where there's a will, there's a way. So yeah, it's an interesting space. If you have the time and energy, now is the time to go all in.
Yeah, it definitely presents an opportunity. It has transformative power, obviously. But I like to say it like this. AI stands for artificial intelligence, obviously. It stands for all in. It stands for authentically island. See where I'm going with this?
I hear you.
It stands for abundant income.
Oh, nice, nice.
So for me, AI has all of those different elements to it.
Yeah.
And so if you're willing to put in a little bit of work, and you can have AI teach you about AI. Like, that's a fun part about AI. Whatever you don't know, AI can probably teach you.
But also, with that being said, there's a slight danger in that if you don't know exactly how to use it.
That's true.
Because AI hallucinates as well. AI is going to be confirmation bias, so it's going to figure out what the ego wants, and it's going to feed more into that. So you have to do the research to understand, how does AI give me the actual factual information? Because you can go and ask AI a question and say, hey, solve me this, right? Or I want to know about this particular tax code. And based on all of your inputs before, it might just give you some type of confirmation bias. Or you can say, present me the answer, and I want all of the sources with the official government-approved sites, blah, 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 and break it down for me, break down the answers by source. And that way now you can actually go and verify what it has told you. So these are things, because I've also asked it to figure out some things in dividends and break down what exactly the lines of additional tax would be on certain dividend structures, etc. And based on what I already know, the conversations I have with my accountant, I found initially the initial answer was a bit off. So then I continue prompting in that way, and then you actually got to the to the correct answer. So with that, it can also be a danger when you're just adding in random stuff and aren't really doing your due diligence. So even with AI, just like with a person, you'll have to maybe do your due diligence. With those robots, do your due diligence as
Artificial intelligence is first and foremost artificial. If you have no human intelligence, it can't be intelligent. So you need to have that human intelligence. And to your point, there are 3 skills, 21st century skills, that I think that everyone right now needs to double down on. Communication skills. And that's not just how to speak, but how to write and how to prompt, how to ask questions, how to know what kinds of questions to ask. Critical thinking, which comes to the being able to decipher what is real, what isn't, that type of a thing. And then creativity. And if you have those 3 and you hone in on those 3, then you should be good for a while.
You should be good for a while.
You should be good for a while. So let's talk a little bit about the sunny side of the kingdom. How's that going?
Great. Things can obviously always go better, but in the context of where we started, what we believe our target audience is, and sort of the response that we've been getting and continuing consistently putting out episodes. This year I think we're going to top out at 13 episodes for season 3. So far, I guess that 13th episode will be episode 27. Well, we obviously kicked things off.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Thanks again for that. Going back to that moment, that was March 2022 that we recorded that episode. And to show you sometimes how, things are just supposed to happen when they're supposed to happen. Well, we had to record that episode at that moment for me to just get it out my mind, because I've been walking around with the idea up till that point for maybe 2 years plus. And after that, I wanted to have a couple more episodes ready to go so that I wouldn't have to chase myself to create the others. So eventually we launched June 2023, which had actually lined up perfect with Islandpreneur Live at the time.
Islandpreneur Live, yes, that's right.
We've had many different folks on the show. I mainly record them in my studio back in the Netherlands. But whenever I'm in the islands, I always try to put in an episode or 2 to also get the island flavor.
Of course.
So the whole concept of Sunside Kingdom is we interview Dutch Caribbean role models. Actually, I'm going to start dubbing it. We're interviewing Dutch Caribbean. We're Caribbean kings and queens.
I like that better. I like that better, yes.
Caribbean kings and queens that have these amazing stories to tell. Because I believe we have tons of amazing stories that are coming from the islands. And one thing, when I was growing up, you would look around and you wouldn't really see or know these stories. And with all of the media that we have out there today, I believe that we need to also make sure that we're telling our stories, so that those that are coming up, those that are now in a position of trying to figure out life, figure out their careers, might be feeling stuck, whether they're here on the islands or they're in other parts of the world, that there are sources that they can go to and see that, this is normal. What I'm feeling today, this doubt, it's okay. And there's other side to that coin, and there's so many people that look like me, that come from where I come from, understand my context. They know, or they can show me that all I have to do is keep going and push beyond, and eventually it will click and things will start to flow.
Absolutely. It's similarly why I started Islandpreneur, right? Because when you looked at people who were successful, they tended to be business people. And when you were looking for them, they didn't always have the island context. They were American, European, or if you wanted to know more about how to build your business or become wealthy and financially free, it came from those contexts. And so I can't have access to a 401k,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited that you are on season 3 already. Oh my goodness.
So we're about to wrap up, and season 4 is on its way.
Oh my goodness. And it was a true honor to be your first episode, your first interviewee. So let's look at, because you've interviewed several people, obviously, you come back to the islands as often as you possibly can and also do different projects in that way. What are some of the opportunities that you are seeing for islandpreneurs to grow even now, but especially in 2026 and beyond? Because this is the theme for today's conversation, opportunities to grow.
Opportunities to grow. Well, I definitely believe in the online space. There's tons of opportunities to grow. Utilizing AI in the right way. And actually, perhaps one of the biggest opportunities that is here right now, and it will definitely be relevant in 2026, probably 2027 as well. But as we move further into the maturity of this space, it will become more saturated, and also then you have the counter side to it. But that's digital products. So digital products can be online course, PDF, ebooks, explaining a particular niche. For instance, I mean, we have tons of amazing recipes on the islands,
Yes.
right? Opportunity there, like create a simple course around a particular niche recipe space, and be able to sell that for X amount. Just being able to get on those platforms, because there's more platforms coming up that is doing for digital products what Amazon did for physical products.
Yep.
So I see that as a huge opportunity. And then when we add the creativity that we know all islanders have, you'll have to practice the critical thinking maybe a bit more, and practice with AI helping to help you create high quality output of those digital products. So one thing that we've had in the islands, or let's say, what should I call it? The Achilles heel.
Yes.
When it comes to these type of things,
Yeah.
is, let's say, the quality of the output of media hasn't always been sort of on par with what is internationally expected.
Yep.
But now with a lot of these AI tools, the Canvas and
Yeah.
Canva also released some new
Yeah.
AI updates, etc. It's more easier than ever
Yeah.
to be able to put together quality stuff.
And also, with the technology that you already have, right? The iPhones, the Samsungs, they are now built in with really high level quality cameras, but
Yeah.
also AI is being built in, Galaxy AI now in Samsung, for example.
Yeah.
So I really am excited about what you just said. So let's go over that for everybody, right? Digital products, we're going to do a deep dive there. And the other two that you saw were?
Well, specifically the digital products, and then there's different elements around that.
So that you see as the biggest opportunity right now?
I see that as if I look at what is the biggest opportunity for islanders and islandpreneurs, to be able to grow and scale something sort of beyond the shores, that would be the biggest opportunity beyond the shores. Within the shores is maybe a little bit tricky for me to say what is the biggest opportunity, because I'm not living here at the moment. So for that, I might need some inspiration to trigger some ideas.
So let's talk a little bit about the digital products. We know that for sure video is #1 right now. It's been for some time already.
Yeah.
But then a lot of people feel camera shy, or they feel like they don't have enough specific knowledge to produce quality videos. So what are some tips for those that want to focus on videos?
Well, there's tons of AI video creators out there.
Give us the top three.
Ooh, I don't know those off the top
Okay.
of my mind. So I might have to drop them for you in the comments
Sure.
afterwards.
No problem.
Well, Sora is one.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Was it Yellow Banana?
That's Gemini's, that's Vio.
Vio?
Vio does it.
With specific
Yeah.
something with banana.
Yeah, that's Vio.
And they just released the version 2 of it. That one, Sora, and okay, the other one I can't remember off the
Okay.
top of my mind. But if you're camera shy, it's okay because there's plenty of these AI video creation tools that you can use. And if you're not versed enough in a topic, that's also okay. Because you can get a lot more versed in it by using the right and correct prompts. I would recommend it being a topic that you are at least
passionate about
and decently versed in. Many times we would say that we're not versed in it because of imposter syndrome, because we haven't gotten the validation
Sure.
from the crowd, from the market as yet, to believe that we are versed in it,
Sure.
even though you can be very, very versed in it. So I would say you go do these deep dives on the research side and really give me an example. You know all the entrepreneurs on the island, so give me an example of one that
There's been a lot of products lately. So
Physical products.
Physical products.
yeah.
So maybe how to make a candle or how to make hair products. If I'm looking at it from the digital product lens.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you would see right now. Earrings, jewelry.
So all of these techniques that they have in making these physical products can be packaged as a digital product to teach others how to do it. And then I would say make your primary focus the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And probably don't give away all of your secret
Yeah.
sauce. But how the digital products work the best is if you can sort of go through this funnel and really team it towards a specific audience. So
Okay.
let's take the jewelry, for instance, right? Maybe it's a team around
Christmas.
Christmas. Nice.
So Christmas is around the corner.
We're gonna make Christmas earrings, and this is a workshop to create Christmas earrings together with your daughter,
Yes.
right?
That's a good one.
So now we start to niche down and get pretty specific, and then you can show them and teach them the techniques on how to make these Christmas earrings as a fun activity with you and your daughter, or you and a group of your daughter's friends,
Yeah.
for instance. And something like that could sell for, I don't know, $29.99, $49.99, and then you'll have to throw in a bit of targeting ads to make sure that this is showing up in the right places, in combination with some good AI scripting. And if you don't want to get on the video yourself, well, I mean, for the workshop part, I would recommend you shooting it. But even if you don't want to show your face,
You can show your hands.
show your hands.
Yeah.
And you record yourself with your hands. And another tip is you don't even have to explain what you're doing in the moment that you're doing it.
Okay.
You can just focus on making sure that the camera can see your hands properly. And you record the whole thing, and then afterwards, you can now record the audio that explains exactly what you're doing. And essentially, you could also get the AI to help you write the script if you're also shy about that. And while recording the script, you don't even have to do the whole thing in one take. You could also do it in multiple takes.
Yeah.
And then you just get one of those other simple programs to help you edit it up, and then boom, you have a course that you can now sell.
Yeah. That's very exciting. And fun fact, there's right now a hackathon going on in the AI space to be able to codify Caribbean accents for AI voices. Just let you guys know that that's happening right now, this second. So if you don't want to use your own voice, you could probably find an AI voice that sounds Caribbean enough at some point. And so you said in 2026, 2027, you see it as a big opportunity, but after that, you expect it to get concentrated.
I expect
Why?
the market to get more saturated because it's like any one of these digital opportunities. The early adopters, the first movers, they'll usually get the lion's share.
Yeah.
And many people wait until they see others
Yes.
be successful with it, and then they want to jump in.
Yes.
So if you wait on jumping in at that point, again, just like all the other waves, whether it's the drop shipping, the YouTube channels, et cetera, you would have missed the boat of being an early mover. So still being an early mover in this space could provide you the edge. And with all the tools out there now, it's a bit more of a level playing field.
Yeah.
Also for the Caribbean entrepreneur.
Yeah. And just to emphasize, they have been digital products out for a while now. It's just that now we're looking at Caribbean islandpreneurs taking up space in that space because the world is looking for other options.
Yeah.
They're not just wanting European stuff and they're not just wanting American stuff. They want island stuff too.
Yeah.
And also
And the difference with back then and now is the ease of creation is way easier today than it was back then.
Yeah.
Back then you really had to be a professional in the space to be able to produce something of quality to be able to sell online.
Yeah.
And people in general had to get already used to the concept of buying products online. And now that's just second nature. Even in the islands, I heard recently, well, I heard about this for some time now, but I then saw the products and everything showing up. IKEA, you got IKEA.sx.
Yeah. We don't have IKEA in St. Martin, though, let's be clear, but we do have an IKEA.sx.
Yeah, so it comes from Puerto Rico, right? So above X amount, maybe it's $500 or something, then they ship to St. Martin for free. That's a game changer.
Yeah.
Like comparing to X amount of years ago. So you can actually get some of these decent products for a fair price. So all of these things are game changers, and more people are utilizing that. I know many people order from Amazon in the States, etc. So the digital products is just the next evolution in that. And just like Amazon, there are other platforms out there that are now starting to become the marketplace for digital products.
Do you have any idea of maybe one or two that you can mention?
WHOP is one, for instance, WHOP, school.com.
Yes. You have the community-based products,
So school is SKOOL. The others aren't top of mind right now.
Not a problem. So you have been in business how long now?
15 years.
15.
The gray hair showing?
Wow, 15
they get
years.
cut low.
That long already?
Yeah. April 15th this year turned 15.
Wow. What's the biggest business lesson that you've learned?
Whew.
If you can't think of one, give me two.
The biggest business lesson. Patience.
Okay. Break that down a little bit. This just turned into our living room conversation. Yeah.
So patience is what's the saying? Patience is a virtue. So I think I grew up slightly impatient. Always having big dreams, always having big ambitions, and once it's in my mind, then I want to see it in the world. And many times you would work yourself to bits and pieces to birth the baby.
Yes, sir.
But the patience, for instance, if I started Sunside Kingdom at the beginning of my career, I would not be satisfied with where it is today.
Yeah, I
within
hear
this
you.
amount of time, right?
You would have wanted to be like the Diary of a CEO type.
Yeah, it had to be up there already.
Yeah.
And then I'm not satisfied with the results that
Yeah.
we have so far. But the patience over time it teaches you that everything in its time, and you can only focus on so many things at the same time. So the podcast is not my main business driver. It's part of my passion and
Yeah.
purpose. So my main business allows the podcast to live and strive in its own way, because my main business operates enough to be able to cover the cost of what it takes to do the podcast. And
That's such a good lesson. Let's not like run over that too
Okay.
quickly, because I don't know any islandpreneur that is not multi-potentialite,
yeah,
that has like 500 different things that they want to do, and they tend to want to do everything at the same time. And what you gave there was the formula to do it successfully. And part of the formula includes patience.
patience,
But the formula is do one thing really, really well.
really, really well.
Make sure that it is monetized. Make sure that it's profitable. Make sure that you have enough
Yep.
that you can now start to fund whatever other passions that you may have. And
Yeah.
so now you get to do the other things, but you can't do everything. You can't build everything at the same time.
No. And with that being said, you also, in building Sunside Kingdom, I never made it too much of a main focus.
Yeah.
So we spoke off camera about what's the word? Bulk shooting? No.
Yeah, no, batch recording.
Batch recording.
Yeah. Batch recording.
So I have certain moments in the year where I batch record the episodes, and then it gives our editor time to edit them up and make the cool little trailers and introductions and etc. And then we release in a certain consistent schedule. Simultaneously, I'm also doing vlogs as of this year. So those happen a bit more spontaneous, a bit more random. So it all just depends on if there are certain interesting stories to tell, then that gets created into a video. But then again, there's a consistent other element that goes on the channel and then shows the other side of things. So at this point, I can't make the channel and what it's doing the main focus, because it will eat away of the engine that makes sure that everything can keep moving.
Yeah.
So you'll have to remain that your focus is on the main thing until the side thing could potentially take over the main thing or stand next to the main thing solidly. Yeah.
No, I think that's a very important lesson. I have also tried to build several things at the same time. And I could do some of it fairly well, but it would not have been as good as if I had to focus. And before, focus to me was a bad word. You couldn't tell me to focus because you were trying to clip my creativity and you didn't understand my ambition and you don't understand what I'm trying to do in this world.
You bring me back in the memory box.
And I'm like, no, I don't want to focus. But what I have learned, my biggest lesson so far, is that you absolutely need to focus.
Yeah.
And focus requires patience.
Yeah.
But you absolutely need to focus. You won't be able to do anything as good as you would like to do it if you don't have focus.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why batch recording is important to me, because then I have focus days to record.
Yeah.
If I don't have that, it's not gonna work.
So actually now you kind of triggered me with the focus, because you just triggered one of One of my presentations, the 5 lessons.
Yes.
Because patience was one,
Yes.
focus is one.
Yes.
Network is another one.
Absolutely.
That's also one of the biggest lessons that I always try to give upcoming entrepreneurs is network equals net worth.
That's right.
At the end of the day, when I first started out in business in the Netherlands, I was part of World Trade Center Eindhoven network group. And one of the senior entrepreneurs told me, like within my first or second year of business, people do business with people.
That's right.
Not with companies.
That's right.
And I just got goosebumps saying it again.
That's right.
It's one of those things where the relationships that you build with people, they can also transfer even when people move into different companies, and those relationships go along with them. So it's really the blood of business. If you don't spend time, energy, and invest in your network, it's going to reflect in the results.
Absolutely. I like to say that cash flow is the blood flow of the business, but relationships is the heart. If you don't have the right relationship, it's not going to pump.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I like to say is the relationships is the real currency. If you have the right relationships, 9 times out of 10, you don't even need the money.
Yeah.
People are willing to do business with people that they like and trust. And if you don't build the right kinds of relationships with the people that can possibly like and trust you,
Yeah.
and not for like transaction, but like real relationships,
Yeah.
you're gonna hit a wall real quick, and you're gonna be like, it's not working. Yeah, because you're not building the right relationships. And that goes also for the customer. So the right relationship
100%.
with the customer, right relationship with partners, right relationship with vendors.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole 9.
The whole 9 yards. And within that relationship building, there's the element of trust.
Yeah.
So as soon as you do some untrustworthy stuff once or twice, you might get away with it once or twice, but sooner or later it's going to definitely come back to bite.
Yeah.
And then that's where the patience comes back in, because sometimes that untrustworthy thing would be the shortcut to get to the bag right now. But then you basically just blew up your 26, 27, 28, 29 bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which could be bigger bags.
They usually are.
Which could be bigger bags.
That's coming back to the saying, I don't know if we can bring the Lord in this, but God don't give you what you can't handle.
Yes, we can bring the Lord in this.
So essentially, in that first stage, God is giving you what you can handle at that moment.
Sir.
And once you show and prove that you can handle more, you'll be blessed with more. And that's how your blessings basically compound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the biggest lesson is patience. However, you touched on patience, you touched on a network, you touched on
Focus.
a focus.
A little bit.
So I know that you, for the past few years now, you've also been focusing on financial literacy. It is St. Martin's Financial Literacy Month.
Yeah, I'm finally here for the first time during Financial Literacy Month.
It's a good thing that, how many years is this now? It's only the 3rd year, so you're okay. You're okay. Islandpreneur had the distinct pleasure to launch it with the previous administration and continue it with the current administration last year. This year we took a break a bit because we're doing so many different things. You had to focus.
Yeah. Understood.
However, I could not leave the month pass without bringing in something about financial literacy. So give us like your top 3 lessons for those that want to become wealthy.
Well, I'll reverse it from those that want to become wealthy and bring it back to the core of. Okay, let me see how much I can break down into this synopsis.
Let's change. Okay, let's change wealthy, because I think when you say wealthy, to me, wealthy is very subjective. A lot of people focus on money, and for me, wealth is so much more than just money.
Which it is,
right?
definitely.
So, for those that want to be financially free, because
Yeah.
I think that's really what it boils down to. Being able to comfortably take care of your family, comfortably do the things that you like, comfortably give to the causes that you believe in,
Yeah.
without having to worry about where the next paycheck is coming from, the next bill. And especially when you're an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
you think of all of the bills.
Personal, business,
Personal, business.
employees that gotta get paid every month.
Listen, you think about all of those bills. So what would be some of the best practices?
Best practices. Okay, so I'm here in St. Martin right now, actually, due to, in collaboration with the St. Martin Entrepreneurship Development Center.
Yeah, SCDC.
With the SCDC, and last week we did. I gave workshops on financial literacy. So back in 2019, I started creating a course in financial literacy. Well, actually, it wasn't a course yet. It was just a framework because I was diving very deep into the topic myself. At that moment, I already spent 9 years in business. And one thing that I do every year towards the end of the year is take some time off to also reflect on what has happened in the past year, what are some of the ambitions and the things that you want to do in the coming year, and really take the time to also be by myself and process those thoughts. And one of the things that became pretty prevalent for me back then was I had just finished like a 3-year period with Cosme.
Yes.
Traveled around 10 islands in the
Yes.
Caribbean, including
remember that.
home, and all 6 Dutch islands, teaching persons about business incubation, co-creation, etc. And towards the end of that, it felt like, okay, that I love that experience. It was amazing to be able to bring back, teach, and connect with my Caribbean folks and see things leveling up. Well, you also launched your very first example here on St. Martin, and I think there's some that have followed that example since. So it's also a blessing to know that, hey, whether that's going to come back around later again, different topic. But it's a good thing that the seed was planted, and now there's spaces that
there's
this can.
definitely more happening. Than happened then.
Back then it was just a foreign concept. It's like, I ain't gonna walk here.
Yeah.
And then last year I was in Anguilla when they launched their space. So that was also beautiful to see that 7 years later, it took a while, but now they have a really nice space there in Anguilla. I go in a bit off topic, but getting back on topic, for me, in that reflection period, it felt like, okay, I've been able or gotten the opportunity to do these amazing things for back home, but I feel like my finances still aren't in balance enough that I can do these give back moments without having to worry about the bills that I need to pay. So what don't I know?
That's a good question.
Today that I need to know in order to be in a position to be able to still give that part to me without worrying about whether my family is going to be able to eat or not. And that sent me down a deep rabbit hole that I spent maybe 18 months in. But because I was in the rabbit hole and I'm a designer by profession, I started to see the matrix and how it all clicks together. And out of that, I created a framework. And the framework essentially shows persons their personal finance situation in one shot. And from there, once you get that awareness of this is what my complete picture looks like, which also spits out a net worth, and many people don't know how to calculate their net worth.
True.
From there, you can now start to dream up what that future life should look like. And while you're dreaming up that future life, you also need to be very conscious and, yeah, what's the word? You have to pick and choose what is truly important to you.
You need to focus.
You need to focus. You need to focus. So, for instance, I'll
Yeah.
give a couple examples. I've always liked nice things, right? Like nice clothes, shoes, etc. But is spending exorbitant on these things really going to bring me the value or the path to what I'm looking for? The answer is probably no. But still, not then depriving myself completely of it also wouldn't feel good.
Yes.
So then in there, now you have to
that's
find
a
a
good
balance,
point.
right? So for instance, in 2020, we was all locked up at home. So that was a good opportunity to not buy any clothes and just go all in on focusing to pay off certain debts, etc. But then by 2021, then I started purchasing things again and became very conscious about what the purchases were. So a few items were let's say, high ticket items, really nice pieces. And then after that, I just created a very simple wardrobe of white, navy blue, and a few gray T-shirts. So these are knockabout things for on a daily basis. Got them on sale like 7 for $50 or something like that. So you wouldn't even know that I'm walking around in that. And that's the whole point.
Yeah.
And then on the days when it's time to go out in your nice stuff, then you pull out the nice stuff out of the closet. So you just get conscious about every purchase. There's also people that are going to tell you like, oh, you got to stop buying coffee on the road because, you know, that's a waste of money. Well, maybe you enjoy that coffee for whatever reason that brings up certain ideas and thoughts and blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to tell you to stop buying the coffee. Maybe you shouldn't be buying it 7 days a week, 5 days a week, 4 days a week. So then you pick and choose the moments now where the feeling that you get from that delicious coffee from your favorite coffee place could be a moment that you take for yourself, like, okay, I'm going to go there, enjoy my coffee, release my thoughts, write some notes because I get inspired, and then that becomes like your little thing. So you don't remove, but you reduce.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that that's a smart way to do it, because when you go from one to the next, it's not,
extremes are never good.
No, it's not sustainable. And so being able to be more intentional about your spending, but also intentional about why you're spending what you're spending, right? So am I spending this on this because how I want other people to see me?
Exactly.
Or am I spending it because I actually really do enjoy this for me?
Yeah.
So that's, I think, very important.
And that's one of the things that's the internal journey you'll have to go on to really answer those questions for yourself with each one of your spendings. Like, why am I really doing this? Is this truly me, or is this coming from external? But that's on the spending side, because well, I know many folks still have a certain struggle with the spending. But the more that you can reduce on the spending is the more that you can now hold on for saving. And saving, well, I'm not going to go into all of the details for that. You got to get the course. A digital product coming to you soon.
Oh, okay. You heard it first here?
Yeah.
Okay. You heard it first?
I haven't even announced it on my own stuff as yet.
You heard it first on Islandpreneur Live. The course is coming to you. What's the name of the course?
6 Ings.
6 Ings. I remember that, actually, because we spoke about it before you even did the course. You were just like, Ife, you need to understand what's going on in my head right now. So yes, 6 Ings. It's a financial wealth creation course, a financial literacy and wealth creation course. And so it's coming to you in a digital product very soon. Yes.
So once you get to put aside a certain amount in savings, savings can also look like storage for investment. So now you get to reduce your spending in certain areas. You become very more intentional about what do you spend on.
Yes.
Now you can start take that extra and put it into vehicles that now become your little money soldiers, and they go out there and they work for you while you sleep.
So even though we haven't done much during the St. Martin Financial Literacy Month, except for having this conversation with you, what we have done throughout the years, we've had several different kinds of master classes. And we had a master class on how to invest with Emilio Calmera, and it focused on ETFs. So to your point, I think when you save, you have to have an intention behind the savings.
Yeah.
What are you saving for? Because saved money actually is depleted money. If you don't know that, guys, the value of money depreciates all the time. So if you have money just sitting on an account, that's money that's depreciating. Versus if you have it in an investment, in real estate, in your digital course, whatever else, it would start to appreciate because it's going to make you back money.
Yeah.
Is that a fair?
That's a fair assessment.
Assessment. Yeah. Okay, good. So, is there anything right now that you are very interested in investing that you would like to share? If not, that's okay.
Okay, so I'm actually, you guys are actually getting some of the little mini highlights of the course. So investing, you should see it as three categories. You have low risk investments, you have medium risk investments, and you have high risk investments. And let's say you have $1,000 to invest. You should always be dividing that $1,000 among those three categories.
You told me this
yes.
before.
So the ETFs, for instance, they would fall into the category of medium risk investments. The reason why they are medium risk is because you have several companies within a certain industry. So for instance, you have an ETF for pharmaceuticals. So all of the pharmaceutical companies would be sort of bundled together in that ETF. You may have an ETF for tech stocks. So all of the tech stocks would be kind of bundled into that
now, I could
ETF.
hear some of my financial friends saying because you have more than one company, you've lowered the risk. So
Yes.
why is it not a low risk investment versus a medium risk?
Because it's still investing in the stock market.
Okay.
Because if in 2019 we was over here, pandemic hit, poof.
Yep.
So whether it's a singular company or a group of companies, the whole economy takes a hit, then the ETFs, the index funds, everything will take a hit as well.
Got it.
So that's why it's medium risk. So the low risk would be investing in a pension fund, for instance, and a pension fund that you look at historically over the past 70, 100 years that hasn't done any crazy weird stuff. So maybe something that just popped up and say, hey, we're a new pension fund from 5 years ago. Might still be a little bit tricky to classify as low risk because you need to be able to see like, okay, how have they been paying out their customers over the last couple decades? Government bonds, for instance. I'm not sure if that's a thing on the island specifically.
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
I think that there was an attempt to do it, but something on the legal end didn't pan through.
Yeah. Life insurance could also be considered a low-risk investment. Definitely with companies that have been active in the space for multiple decades. So those elements is what you would more consider on the low risk. And then any type of stock investing is either medium risk or high risk. And the medium risk are the ones that are companies that are grouped and bundled together.
So the REITs as well, like the real estate.
Yes.
REIT.
Yeah. So the REITs as well, and real estate in general would be considered medium risk, and then investing in individual companies, whether you're investing in Apple, a Tesla, Nvidia, those would all be considered high risk because now you're investing into one company. The company just has to have some type of public scandal, and then their stock price can plummet. But low risk, low reward. Medium risk, medium reward. High risk, high reward. So it's all dependent on your risk appetite. What would be the balance? But that's really the key in the thing is you want to balance it out, because you don't want to go put the $1,000 into Apple and then Apple crashes tomorrow.
Yeah.
but you also don't want to put it all into, let's say, the life insurance, because you can only cash that out X amount down the road.
Yeah.
The value of it is just going to increase bit by bit, incremental each year. So that's why you would want to have like a nice little sweet balance. Maybe having about $200 over in the Apple, and then you have some in the medium risk and some in the low risk.
Yeah.
And that way you sort of get to balance your risk portfolio.
Yeah. And then, of course, that depends on the kind of investor you are, how you would split that up. So there's different tests that you can do if you're interested to know more. There's different tests that you can do online to figure out what kind of investor you are. We also still have that information from Emilio, so you can reach out to Islandpreneur, and I'll be willing to send that over. So that also is that. We've already spoken for an hour. Can you believe that? And it feels like we just started.
We just started. Because we always got so much to talk about.
Listen, it was been an hour and we just started. Before we round up, what would you say is the biggest hurdle that an islandpreneur has to overcome in order to really experience success?
Mindset.
Yeah.
And mindset in the sense that islanders, we're resilient, right?
So Martin, people tired of that word. I can tell you that.
I know.
You tell us in Martin that they're resilient, they're like, I don't want to hear that word again.
I don't want to hear it again.
I like to say relentless.
Relentless?
Yes, I prefer relentless. Yes, but we are resilient.
You just triggered a memory in my head of one of the developers, technical leads that I worked with very, very long. He was like, we do relentless execution. Yeah, so you got to have a strong element of passion for that. But mindset in the sense that there's lots of limitations and challenges that islandpreneurs face, just due to the borders, due to the infrastructure that's there for them to be able to connect to even payment processes, etc., to be able to receive funds for their services. And different elements within the culture as well that also deepens the scarcity mindset. So in order to truly be successful, you'll have to move from the scarcity mindset into the abundant mindset. And the abundant mindset truly believes that anything is possible, and the things in spite of, exactly. And that there are good people out there with good intentions, and sometimes it takes a few trial and errors to figure that out, and figure out the balance in which people you go like a few steps further with, and which ones you're a bit more cautious with. But if you're hurt and then you believe that now everyone is evil and you can't connect with anyone, then you sabotage your networking, which is the heart. The heart that pumps the blood through the veins of the business, then all of those things you'll miss out on. So ask the AI, do the YouTube research, figure out what you need to do to move from the scarcity mindset into the abundant mindset. And in essence, you need to truly feel that this is possible before it even becomes possible. You need to be living in this, let's say, partial illusion, because your thoughts carry power.
That's
if
right.
we go in biblical, then there's all type of scriptures. I can't quote them, but I know they're there.
Power of life and death is in the tongue.
Is in the tongue. So if you say to yourself and you say to others that, oh, it's not working out, it's not good, blah, 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 guess what? It won't work out. It won't be good. Even I, up to this day, have to sometimes remind myself, like, okay, change those words, even when things aren't maybe going as good as I would want them to go or believe that they should be going. Be able, we getting all of that? Sorry, guys.
If you don't know, it's a Sunday afternoon, so the bikes are biking.
The bikes are biking. Shit, now they just threw me off my train of thought.
We're talking about the power of your words and being very intentional about your words.
Yeah.
And also understanding that you need to move from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset in order to overcome the challenges. But I think that's...
Oh, now I remember. So in those moments when you would want to express your frustration,
you got to be careful.
Just take a pause and try to then look at the other side of the coin. Like, okay, what is going right? And then choose to focus on that instead of focusing too much on the frustration.
Yes, that's very important, because in that moment you are energetically charged. So whatever you say has a different charge to it. So thank you for the reminder, because I needed the reminder myself. Any last words before we close off?
Well, definitely continue to like and subscribe here on Islandpreneur Live.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Ife has been doing an amazing job for decades plus now.
Yeah,
and even in my class, one of the participants was sharing part of her journey, sharing part of her story.
Brill.
And yes,
Dahlia.
and Ife was mentioned quite sometimes on how much
that's my
she
little
helped.
Girl. I love me some Dahlia. I love you, Dahlia. She's my little girl. She's a girl.
She made my heart melt during the.
She's so on to big things. It takes time with everything, but she is on to big things. I am very excited for her and for her future.
And in that moment there, it all just clicked like, oh, these are the conversations we've been having for over a decade.
Yeah.
And again, I see like the fruits of it.
Yeah.
Because she's fairly young.
Yes.
And the fact that there's more 20-something-year-olds that are believing I can start my own business, I can create this thing, and the momentum is slowly coming.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, John, for hanging out with me in Focus Forward Studios. And for being part of this particular Islandpreneur Live. We are going to land on a name, guys, for the podcast. When the podcast is truly official, we've had a couple of episodes, but we need to batch record so that we can make sure that we have that consistency flowing. But it's important for me to have these kinds of conversations. Also because I know that you need to hear these kinds of conversations. As you heard, we've been having conversations for over 10 years about business, life, finance, wealth creation, who to trust, who not to trust, how to trust yourself, and all of the other things there. So I appreciate you stopping by. I know that you have a few days left on St. Martin, so the time is winding down, but thank you so much for being here. For everyone who is listening, like, share, comment. If there's something here that you found valuable, let us know. If there's something that you would like for us to share with you, let us know. You see it here in the studio, AI Islands. I am going to give you the date now. The first time it's going to be publicly announced. So put it into your agenda, June 3rd to 5th in Dushi, Curaçao. Yes, you're going back.
Curaçao.
You're going back to Dushi, Curaçao.
Wait, in June?
Yeah, in June.
Is that around the time that the blue wave going to be waving?
The blue wave might be waving. Congratulations again to Curaçao for making it to the World Cup. We salute you also to Haiti and also for Curaçao making Haiti their home location because the Haitian team could not play in Haiti. So all of that is amazing.
Caribbean unity.
Caribbean unity. I am very excited for what's happening in the Caribbean. There is something that's buzzing throughout the Caribbean in sports, in business, in technology, in media. So guys, now is your time. So if you really want to take advantage, now is your time. We'll be releasing a few things before the year is out, but if you don't know, we are all in on AI, and so we are also supporting you to improve your AI infrastructure. We have AI audits for you. We have all kinds of things that help you understand the world of AI and to really take your business to the next level. So I am so excited to have been with you for this past hour. I'm so excited that John was with me for this past hour.
Thank you.
My name is Ife Badager, and I'll see you next time.